Hi everyone, Justin here. In this video I'm going to be talking about BioShock, a first-person shooter for the PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. In BioShock, the year is 1960, and you play as Jack, the sole survivor of a plane crash over the Atlantic Ocean. After the crash, you swim your way to a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean that contains a bathysphere that takes you down to the city of Rapture. Rapture is a technologically advanced city built at the bottom of the ocean, where free market capitalism reigns supreme and scientific research is hampered by petty morality. Scientists in Rapture discover a substance called Adam, which rewrites genetic code and basically gives people superpowers, like telekinesis or shooting fireballs from your hands or electricity bolts from your hands. Abusing Adam can lead to disfigurement and violent tendencies. Those that abuse it are called splicers, and they are the main enemy in BioShock. Additionally, there are little girls who have been implanted with a sea slug that helps them gather Adam from the corpses littered around Rapture. They are protected by Big Daddies, monstrous men in diving suits that will kill anyone that messes with the little sister. To get to the little sister, you must first take care of the Big Daddy. Once you kill a Big Daddy, you have the option to harvest the little sister and take all of her Adam, which kills her, or you can rescue her, get less Adam, but she survives the process. Upon arrival at Rapture, you're contacted by Atlas, a man whose wife and son are trapped in Rapture. He asks you to help rescue them and get them to the surface. Atlas guides you around Rapture via radio and helps you on your journey. Atlas helps you get your first weapon, take down the first splicer, and continue on your journey. Very quickly, things go from bad to worse, and there are lots of twists and turns to follow as you make your escape. There's a lot more to the game than this, but I think it's much better experienced than explained, so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. High points. Rapture feels like a real living, breathing city in decay. There's so much detail in every corner and so many neat places to visit. BioShock really rewards taking your time and exploring to discover the rich, deep backstory. The gameplay in BioShock is conceptually neat. There are lots of ways to tackle the enemies, and the environment helps you in all sorts of ways. There are oil slicks on the floor that you can light on fire, or pools of water that you can shoot electricity into and zap any of the splicers walking in it. Each gun has a few types of ammo that do different things. For instance, there are anti-personnel rounds that will do more damage to the splicers, or armor-piercing rounds that will do more damage to the Big Daddies. The missions in BioShock are fun and varied. 1 minute you'll be trying to get bee spit from an apiary, the next you're taking pictures of corpses, trying to complete some mad artist's masterpiece. Speaking of pictures, there's a research camera that you gain access to as well. You can use the camera to take photos of the enemies, which will grant you bonuses against those enemies in battle. The Big Daddies are a cool way to do boss battles. You can see them and they won't attack you until you attack them, so you can save up your ammo and then give them everything you've got. Lastly, when you get a new plasmid, a little cartoon plays that I find pretty cool and interesting.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
Low points. The gameplay, while conceptually neat, isn't amazing. It doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't really feel great either. On the PC, the default controls were not great. Switching back and forth between plasmids and guns using a right click didn't feel very good. It felt kind of awkward. Another PC issue I had was crashing. It seems like at the most inconvenient spot, after I hadn't saved for a while, the game would know and then crash. Obviously this isn't really what happened, but it felt like it. There is the hacking minigame that is okay by itself, but kind of takes you out of the action. In the heat of battle, you're fighting off some splicers. You see a turret to the left. You run over to the turret and start to hack it, and it immediately takes you out of the game and into a little mini-game where you're trying to move pipes around. Then you finish, you're disoriented, and the splicers attack you some more. It can really ruin the pacing and excitement of the game. Final thoughts. BioShock is the best game I have ever played. Despite some of the low points, it is definitely more than the sum of its parts. The story and setting are truly amazing, the characters all feel unique, and the gameplay is pretty solid. BioShock is a prime example of how to tell a story in a video game. The story could have been a movie or a book, but it wouldn't have had the same impact because in a game, you're the one taking the actions, and BioShock takes full advantage of that. If you enjoy shooters or games with a great story, do yourself a favor and check out BioShock. After this game came out, a friend of mine tried to convince me to play it. He said, "Mario is the reason I started playing video games, and BioShock is the reason I still play them."
They were right.
That was my review of BioShock. Thanks for watching. See you next time.